Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at DTI Information Network. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a scoring model and method that you're going to have to understand if you're in business. That is the FICO SBSS. Now, you've probably heard about Experian business model. You've heard about Equifax. You've probably heard about the Dun & Bradstreet Paydex scores. You've heard about those, but have you heard about the FICO SBSS? You're gonna want to know about this one. For you to build strong business credit scores, it's imperative that you know where each agency generates their scores. And this agency right here, they are really used by banks, credit unions, fintech companies, commercial lenders, SBA, and more. So you're gonna have to understand that this is going to be one of those scores that you're going to have to build up. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about this business scoring method and how to build and use these scores to your advantage. So stick around and we're going to dive deep into the FICO SBSS. You're going to want to know about this one. So just like the FICO scores have become the standard for all things in consumer lending, the FICO SBSS scores have become the standard for all things in business cash lending. So the first thing we should talk about is what the range of this scoring system and method is. It goes from 0 to 300. Now you're gonna wanna make sure you have at least bare minimum a 160. If you have anything less than 160, the chances of you getting denied is gonna be great. So you're gonna wanna make sure you have a 160 and above with this FICO SBS score. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I don't like about this scoring method. What it does is it allows the lender to pretty much design it how they wanna design it. So let me explain what I mean by that. It's a weighted system. So they give the lender a list and they allow the lender to weight the list of importance based upon what they feel they want it to be. So let me give you an example. An example is that they can weight this based upon the owner's score, credit score, up to 5 different owners. They can weight it by looking at your bank rating. They can weight it looking at your web presence, what industry you're in, the gross margins, your debt to income. It also can weight it by looking at your Experian business scores, your Equifax business scores, your Dun & Bradstreet Paydex score. They can just weight it however they want, and then that gives the actual consumer no control over this. And that's what I don't like about it. The other thing I don't like about it is that you can't purchase this score. You can't buy this score, and lenders do not disclose this score. So the score that you could have at, let's say, Chase Bank compared to what you have at Wells Fargo Bank can be completely different. You could have 2 different scores and there's nothing you can do about it. So let me kind of read to you how it's broken down so that you can understand the scoring model a little bit. Just like your FICO scores on your personal side, this is broken down into percentages as well. So let me just read this. It's 35% personal credit of the owners. Okay, that's 35%. Any owner, 20% or more of the business up to 5, like I mentioned before, will have their personal credit factored into the business score. Okay, then 30%, the business financials. So this section will include the bank rating, the debt ratio, the number of NSFs, taxes, financial statements, and average receivables, right? That's 30%. Then 20% is the business itself. That's going to be the scoring system factors in the business industry, time in business, the location, the industry margins / ratios, and web presence. That's going to be your 20%. And then your 15% is going to be the other business credit reports. Like I mentioned before, the Experian business credit report, the IntelliScore, your Equifax business report, your Dun & Bradstreet Paydex scores will take up about 5% each of your FICO SBSS. So that's how they come up with their whole scoring model system. It's a very complex system and that they're using right now. So there's two of the segments of this score that you can have a very strong impact on. One is going to be your personal credit of the owner of the business. So whoever is at least 80% ownership inside of the business, make sure that your personal credit score is optimal, because once again, it's about 35% of this score. The other 15% is building out your Experian business score, your Equifax small business credit risk scores, your Dun & Bradstreet Paydex scores. Getting those as high as you possibly can, that's 15%. So between both of those, that's 50% of that score. And like I told you before, we're aiming for 160 and up. So those two, we definitely can actually make sure that we control and get as high as we can possibly to be able to get qualified for lending. So unfortunately, we cannot check our SBSS scores, but what we can do is we can do a complete audit of the business. So I want to offer you the opportunity for free to use the link that we have below to run a free audit of your business. So we're going to be able to look at your Experian business credit scores. We're going to look at your Equifax business scores, your Dun & Bradstreet. We're going to make sure that everything is in line and matches completely, and see what your chances of getting approved for lending is. So if you're interested, I will leave the link in the description below. And then also we have a free school group community. You can join the free school group community, ask questions inside of the community if you have questions that you want answered. Hey guys, if you guys could please just hit the like button or subscribe to the channel if this is your first time dropping in, that would mean a lot. We're trying to grow this channel up right now. We're currently almost at 3,000 members here, and we're doing really well thanks to all of you guys out there who have supported us and watched our videos. We definitely do appreciate you, and hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button gets this information out to other people out there. So thank you guys very much for doing that. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and smash that like button right now, this thumbs up, and then also click on the notifications so that you can know when we drop our next video. All right, thanks for stopping in. Peace.